Y'all, on this day, we were finally leaving Tokyo and we were heading to Hakone. Now, our tour director did tell us that Hakone was a little chilly. Okay, hear me again, a little chilly. We're going to come back to that. So the night before, we went to Uniqlo so that I could get a sweatsuit so I could have something warmer. And I had already thrifted this trench coat a few days before. This pancake situation got from the Konbini was so good. I need about 10 more of these in my life. Now, we are passing the Imperial Palace here, and it was so beautiful. The line of the trees. The camera really doesn't do any justice. I'm sorry. It's just an iPhone. Our tour director also told us that there's this tradition to pick up snacks when you're traveling that Japanese do for their family. So this is actually where I got the bulk of the snacks to bring back for my family and friends. And I wish I recorded my family trying these snacks that I brought back because it was definitely a love or hate. I should have known here that something ominous was happening because as we were traveling, we were told to look outside the bus to look for Mount Fuji. Unfortunately, because it was so cloudy and cold, we could not see Mount Fuji at all. Thankfully, we were in the bus for a couple of hours because after walking 20K steps a day in Tokyo, I needed the rest. Now let's return to that it might be cold in Hakone. Do y'all see what I'm seeing right here? Let me tell you, it is snowing in Hakone and it didn't stop. While we are walking through this old checkpoint for ships in Japan that's no longer used for it, I can feel my kneecap shaking because it's so cold and I don't have nothing on under my sweatpants. And this is when I learned we're going on a small hike and it's so cold that I could slip down these steps. When we get to Lake Ashi, our tour director is telling us so much about the history of this area, and I'm like, I need something cold in my system. My nose is running, my feet hurt, my hands are cold, and he's over here talking to us about the myths of the dragon in the lake. And yes, it was cool to see a pirate ship from Japan, but I needed this hot-ass matcha. I did not want nothing cold in my system. This matcha tea. Okay, and then I had some miso soup, needed that, and I had some rice, and I had some fish. Y'all, I tried my best to stay in this restaurant because I was so cold and I was not feeling well up to this point. But guess what? We were going on a freaking ferry. Shout out to Rafai because if it wasn't for Rafai, my lips would have been dry and cracked. This is the famous torii gate that many people in my group got pictures with, but I was not many people because your girl was cold. Through the ferry, we went to Odora Castle, and this castle is huge and it's beautiful, and all the great historical things that we learned about this castle was magnificent, but your girl was cold. Her nose was running, my head was hurting. Again, I think this was the downfall of the rest of my experience in Japan. Nonetheless, I still stayed in line toward the castle with my tour group, and I was really astonished of how well that they're able to preserve these cultural pieces of history for everyone to still see. At this time, we had free time, so touring the castle was at our own pace and whatever we wanted to look at and take in. I really thought it was cool how they preserved such ancient pieces of history down to the ceramics. It's quite literally looking at how the ceramics evolved over time in Japan. The topic of urban evolution has always been very interesting to me because I cannot believe that there was a time where we were using clay and dirt plates, and look at us now using ceramics or using glass or using